So today was pretty off. Yesterday was off too, but today was really off. But the thing that was so odd about having someone from Nashville call me for a previous quick loan that I tried to apply for was that I told her that I did not live in there and I had changed my address with the bank as well as the post office to the one I'm at in Florida, in the Orlando area, north of Orlando. And then I sent her documentation. But when she called me back, she was like, I wasn't able to get you as much as you'd wanted. And I was able to get you this much. At first, it was only going to be barely anything. But then I forgot that you lived in Nashville. But so when she called back and recorded it, she asked for my last four. And then she said something really off, which I agreed to because I didn't know what she was talking about. And I thought she was just some older lady that kind of got misunderstood or confused. But she was basically like, I bet you'll be glad when you're done sitting down with all of them and back in Nashville. I'm like, yeah, yes, because I didn't know what she was talking about. I'd expressed that the only reason I wanted to get to Nashville was to get my stuff out of storage. And then, I was supposed to go online and do this thing online, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to get a small loan. As desperate as I am to get my car fixed, I'm not going to get a small loan, put in my address back at Nashville at an address that has no forwarding options. It's not even, I don't even think it's operable. They moved the communal living space that I was staying in to a different address, and they weren't able to forward any mail from the previous one. So it was just really off, the whole thing. And it took me a minute. It threw me off all day, but it took me a minute to try to put this together. There's weird stuff going on with the Nashville thing because I've been in Florida since about a week before Christmas, I think, or 4 or 5 days before Christmas. And I was in Georgia for a weekish. So, I left Nashville in mid-December, early to mid-December. I haven't been back since. I really don't have plans to return back to Nashville, except for to get my storage, unless there's some opportunity there or place for me to stay. But I'd actually rather buy a house for my daughter and grandson here where I'm at that I can come visit when I come to visit them. Anyways, that would be my plans. But it was so odd. And then I was thinking back to the whole flagging thing that we were so awesome. And the foreman of this very top construction company doing a top job for Amazon with the top-notch construction company, raised the flag for me, and my partner, and he's working for them again. But, when I asked, I was like, well, when are they doing the other side of the sidewalk? I'd go back and make money, asked a couple times about that, but haven't heard back from it, which is kind of odd. And then I remember making that video about us flagging in Nashville, and it got cut off, and I couldn't figure out as to why that was. But I'm thinking, are they desperate to put me in with a not actual registered address so that, they can't send me actual mail? Keep me in, the homeless category when I'm actually not. When I'm actually been consistently placed at the same address for a while now. I wasn't even technically homeless at any point in the journey. I was doing hotels and Airbnbs and traveling and trying to find an opportunity. I was gypsying out. The only thing that got me homeless for a little while was the fact that my car got in the shop. You know what I mean? And the biggest thing that we could probably change in the government is to have some solutions for people whose lives have been wrecked that just need some car repairs they can't seem to get. A whole lot of people would probably be working more, if there were car things. There was a program when I had a child to help me get my car fixed. But anyways, that's besides the point. So I'm also thinking, was there some sort of another setup in Nashville? I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. They've been trying to set me up continuously for the past few years. And they're so dumb at it. So anyways, that's just my thoughts on like this whole thing. And, you know, of course it could all be quite coincidental, but there's just too many odd and off coincidental things that make zero sense one after another. And then, you know, there's the haters online. A lot of them look like pervs. And, you know, lack support from family. There's just too many things. But, yeah, I really wouldn't doubt it if there was some sort of Nashville setup or some reason they needed me to be stuck in Nashville with, you know, in some sort of a homeless category. You know, a government and like, you know, these places that are going to try to help people get into housing, but they're not. They're just like putting you in a category. You know what you're doing, really? You're enabling fraud to happen because you don't actually help anybody get housing. You just put them in this like transitional category. It's ridiculous. Y'all need to just like, yeah, it's kind of funny. Like I write comedy sketches, and there was part of a comedy sketch that I wrote, and it was right before this whole Tampon Farm skit came up, oddly enough. But it was basically about how like they'll give you every resource you need when you're homeless, except for a home. They got tampons on tampons on tampons. So I was just trying to joke with like a, you know, roommate that was lacking a little bit of humor concerning, you know, we got plenty of pads and tampons. You can build yourself a house out of tampons. Anyways, it's all in the presentation. But, yeah. So we'll give money for homeless people to have tampons, but no homes. No homes for anybody. Oh, God, no. It's ridiculous. But anyways, I don't know what's up with this. Someone's desperate for me to sign some loan at the wrong address that, like, no. I don't really get what the agenda is behind it, but whatever it is, it's a failed one. You can consider that yet another failed, stupid attempt to commit fraud against me. All right? Cool. You're done. It's over. It's done. I'm done being targeted. I'm done having my opportunities withheld from me. I am done not getting my justice and recompense. I was built for abundance. I receive my abundance. I was created a talented person. I receive my opportunities to use my gifts, skills, and talents. Nobody else is going to bank off of any of my talents, skills, ideas, energy, any of it anymore. It's done. The gig is up. You're all done. Bye-bye. Just do the right thing already. Save your souls. Anyways, I don't even know if I was like supposed to be trying to make, I don't know if it's them just being desperate for me to not make $1, or if I was really just supposed to stay home, because I should have, because it was pointless. You know, this is the thing, and I've said it in other videos. Any business that wants to collude with others to come against me, you're only going to fail. And those that support me and support ones like me, your business will be blessed. And I'm not just saying that. I've actually observed it with some of these nefarious businesses that had nefarious people that wanted to try to set me up and work against me. They've had harsh karma. So anyone that wants to work with anyone to do that to me now, the same exact thing is going to happen to you. It's my time. Accept it. Deal with it. Your dumb stuff's over. An authentic, good, genuinely talented, real person here, Trillis Kabi, she's going to shine now. You're just going to have to deal with it and stop committing crimes against me and take your hands off of my finances. You take your hands off of my finances in every aspect. You return what you stole. You stop stealing from me. And you stop messing with my work opportunities. And you stop messing with my electronics and, you know, cutting off phone calls I would get for jobs. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. Your scripts are all generic. It's time for you freaking criminals to be put behind bars. That's all there is to it. It's time for good, upright people to shine. It's time for people that misuse their positions of authority, that are really just wolves in sheep's clothing, to stop getting honor while they misuse tax dollars because they're dishonorable with their actions. It's time for them to be seen for what they are and what they actually are involved in. I thought I was done, but I'm not. It is time for the dishonorable what did I just say? For the dishonorable to be seen as the dishonorable weirdos that they are. I don't know what any part of coming against and destroying good people's lives makes you people, if you would call yourselves that, feel good about yourselves. I can't understand. I just can't even understand that. Like, how could you just sit in the background and collude together to work against a person's life? You got to be severed at your soul to even do that, especially if it's somebody close to you, someone you call a friend or a family. It's unreal. It's ridiculous. So it's time for these shenanigans to stop already. And anytime you hate on my picture or on my post with your ugly mug, your pervy chocho looking picture, you're really just implicating yourself. Because I'm not the one that needs professional help. I've actually, for the most part, really kept my cool and composure through all a bunch of junk that you couldn't even handle. Anything. They got to me a little bit today. A little bit. But every time they do, spiritual warfare goes out and people get arrested. So whatever. They got to me in a bit today. And I think that they're trying real hard. It's obvious. It's been real thick. The junk has been laid on real thick the last couple days. So I know I'm getting closer to my answer. But anyways, it's time for people that have upright agendas, that are honest, that have good intentions for the future, that have been through it and have some solutions, and people that are upright and just and fighting for a just cause to get in and replace the ones that are fakes and frauds and wolves, and they are doing junk in secret. And it's time for their secrets to be exposed and their stupid, ugly mugshots to be all over the news, and for them to be remembered forever for what they do in secret and in the background. That is all for now. Goodbye. Let me turn it off. I was 12:22, by the way, when I couldn't turn it off. You just love to see it. The camera just loves me. What can I say?